Hello to everybody watching and listening. I just wanted to play some games, but then I saw Salt Monkey vs. Drusky was up, and I thought, you know what, I gotta watch this one. So we're gonna take a look at what these players who are both significantly better than I am are going to do in these games, and maybe I can pick up some new strategies and learn some. Maybe I should cast some more games, but honestly I think playing yourself is more interesting. There's a couple of games where I would much rather cast than play. Mostly very complex games, such as, for example, StarCraft 2, where you have to have a lot of reactions and a lot of skills, and it's way too much. And this is something I just want to, you know, I want to play this game. I can play it somewhat well. But also, I want to pick up on the strategies of better players. Alright, so we are going to see some not really aggro. These players are chatting away. Starting with 2 Arclights. Okay, makes perfect sense against Chaff. Drusky is really banking on Salt Monkey going for some additional Chaff, but honestly, players at this level are not all that likely going chaffless, to be honest. So they now have the same units. Basically, the only real difference is that Drusky has an additional pack of fangs, and his Arclights are only 2, but level 2. Meanwhile, Salt Monkey, of course, the inverse. He has an additional Arclight, but only at level 1, all of them, and a pack less fangs. I think, honestly, mostly positioning is going to decide this first round. Given how the positioning is, I think it will just come down to who can overwhelm the other player's tower first. I would say that this side should be won by Drusky, but if it's going to be won in time to matter is an entirely different question. Here there is 2 Arclights. Like, the Arclight to Chaff ratio is exactly the same. Yeah, this is exactly going as I expected. Steel Ball fight seems to be turning out in favor of Salt Monkey, though. That Arclight stays alive. Okay. I think this one's gonna be won by Salt Monkey. Oh, maybe not. No, probably not. That Arclight is doing a lot of damage to the tower. And even without that, Arclight would have beaten the other Arclight. I would have assumed that... Like, I thought the Arclight would die to the Steel Ball, but it didn't happen, and that was the deciding factor here. Okay. Mass-produced sledges into players who have Steel Balls at the very least at the start, not a bad deal. But also senior manufacturing, EMP, and missile strike. All of these, I think, are viable options to pick up here. So Drusky is apparently going for some giant play. Salt Monkey just wants to get some steel balls out of here. I really think he could put them a bit further up and get some of these fangs along with the steel balls. He's going to likely get a Stormcaller. Okay, he repositions the missile. Ah, okay. Yeah, getting a lot of chaff down is also a very good thing. Now, what are we going to see on this side? So far, they are... Like, I think this is kind of standard play with steel balls so far. I wouldn't really classify it as aggro, although that Arclight... Nah, it's not even that far forward. This is standard play on both sides. We are mass recruiting ourselves some additional... what is this? Fangs? No, this is crawlers. Crawlers here, and crawlers here. Drusky, meanwhile, has spent all of his money on... what exactly? Senior manufacturing and the storm... Oh yeah, they have 300 cost, because he is elite. Did he buy anything else, like no speed or anything? That would have been crazy. I thought he had 350. Where did he invest the remaining... Ah yeah, that was the unlock cost for the Stormcallers. Never mind me, never mind me. I was just wondering where his money went. So this, I feel like now it has to go in favor of Salt Monkey. Like, if it doesn't, I'm gonna be extremely surprised. There is one crawler on these Stormcallers, so they will go down. I think they're not gonna get anything else. No. Now, these steel balls, not injured as much as it would be necessary to destroy that Arclight. This one can level. Well, there definitely is a potential carry arc play here. Apparently a big switch is coming in. Or at least Salt Monkey is suspecting it, I guess. Second senior manufacturing. Alright. I think I said it. No, both players now have. No, it was Drusky who picked the first senior manufacturing. Now there's a second senior manufacturing. But I forgot to check. Salt Monkey is actually the giant specialist. Imagine if Drusky was the giant specialist. Oh, those games are hilarious. And I somehow managed to lose from that position at one point. Did upload that game, by the way, if you want to watch it. Should be somewhere in the playlist. I think it was one of the games that actively hurt. That was like the title of it, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, let's see. So we have 650 in the bank. That is not enough for a giant. Giant's gonna be... no, that is enough for a... Is it? No, it's not. 500 for the giant with 2 senior manufacturing, but it costs 500 because you need to buy it at level 2. And then the 200 unlock cost on top of it. So for the moment, Drusky does not have the ability to go into any sort of giant. Instead, we are seeing a level on the Arclight and level chaff here. And sold one of the steel ball packs. What happened on this side? Well, we see additionals. Well, I guess additional isn't wrong, but we see in the first place Stormcallers on the side of Salt Monkey. Drusky once again being charged by the steel balls. Now they lock onto a lot of different Stormcallers this time. That is very good. That Arclight single-handedly charged and killed all of the Stormcallers here. But as a result, it is very low, but also very high on XP, honestly. That thing is going to kill the tower super quickly and going to charge the next pack of Stormcallers, but not successfully. I don't think it leveled, did it? No, it did not. Not again. Oh, I didn't see we have range for the Arclights. Range for just 2 Arclights. Wow. So my question is Drusky gonna try some carry arc, carry fort? Like I like to play? I mean, he has some fangs here in a good setup. He has Arclights, although it's just 2 at the moment, but he can buy more at level 2. And he can level this one to level 3. He has 2 senior manufacturing to go into fortresses. I mean, honestly, at this point I wouldn't mind it. Ah, interesting. That is unfortunate. Highly unfortunate. I don't know if Drusky sniffed it out or something like that, or expected it. But Wasps, if you do double tech them, they beat Wraiths. However, for the moment, Wraiths are going to beat Wasps. So I'm not sure if level 2 Wasps die all that quickly to Wraiths. We see Melters on both sides coming out. Interesting. They have such similar unit compositions here. Though the steel balls, I guess, have been sold on the side of Drusky. Another Arclight. So this is kinda... What is this going to be? Carry Melters after all? Right now I'm looking at that board and kinda scratching my head. It's also interesting that we don't see any sort of distraction crawlers. Maybe it's not worth it with... what's it called? Maybe it's not worth it with Elite, because you have to pay a lot of money for that. Steel balls melting the melting point very quickly. And the Wraith has dealt with the Wasps. Okay. Well, that is going to be a landslide victory for now. So the question is, do you commit into double tacking your Wasps? So they just absolutely blast the Wraiths and become super annoying to clean up if you only have Melters. Or do you invest money into something else?